All right, good morning, everybody. Probably hear a little wine left over in my voice. Oh, it was so nice to be back out there. Yeah. But I will say that going to a super fancy restaurant is still very expensive, so I'm going to need you guys to watch about 100,000 about 100,000 ads to pay for it. Thanks. Uh, that'll be 5 months of YouTube revenue to pay for that. Yikes. Oh, Missouri. Do I have? No, I don't have that. Well, ooh. You guys, all right. So obviously, unless you're a CC, you haven't played or a super tester, I guess it's potential. But you guys haven't, most of you probably haven't played the Kleber. I've got to tell you, this thing is so good. This is I made a joke in my video about how if you play battleships in tier 7 or legendary tier and you see a Kleber on the other team, you might as well just blow up your ship or go back to port. And I'm kind of serious. Excuse me. And I have a couple more Krakens in this ship saved. I don't think I'm going to do videos on them. I don't know. I could always show them in stream, but I didn't think I was going to do videos on them just because we've seen them already. One of them, though, one of them is only a third place Kraken, but it was against a very good division. So I was like, well, I should save that because it kind of shows how I'm in it. I like there's a toxic division on the other team in a Gearing, a Kaba, and a Yamato, and the only thing more toxic than that is a Shima, a Kleber, and a Yamato. So but it was my division going against Cal's division, and it was actually a very like evenly balanced game that I ended up getting a really crappy Kraken in. But I saved it because I thought, you know what, people might want to see, like when you've got to respect a division on the other team and how you kind of have to play accordingly, because that's not, we all know normally you don't have to do that in this game. But then I also got another one in the Kleber yesterday, uh, and I I don't know for certain, but it looked like somebody in a battleship saw me coming and was like, "That's it, I'm going back to port." They're not going to get okay. So the Missouri, in regards to that, just in case you have any questions, we will get the CCs will get access to the Missouri, but they're not going to let us. If I remember correctly, they post like this is on the Discord CC a while ago when not talking about Chili's White Claw addiction. Um, they said that they would lend it to us, but not before people have already unlocked it, because anybody who grinds that much steel, it's kind of like, look, this is your guys's first, but then they'll lend it to us probably for a week. Myself personally, I can't say I'm that excited for them. I mean, it's just in Iowa with a radar. Like I feel like there's a lot of historical value there, I understand, but I do think as far as gameplay goes, a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh my god, I've got this really awesome ship," and then all of a sudden they're going to be like, "Well, this is just in Iowa." Yeah, that the Vaucoulon, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, that is where the French destroyers really start to shine. And then Fantasque, even though they've nerfed it, is still very good. But this one right here is so ridiculously good that I was going to start with this. And let's see, I've got 200,000 XP in it, and I think 4 Krakens. So oh, but I swear, like I'm guessing my average ship sunk in this is over 3 in a match, and probably very close to 3,000 XP a game. It is that good. Free nerf Iowa, yeah, but that's not going to change all of its Citadel weaknesses. I mean, it's still just a tier 7 ship, which I mean, you think 30,000 steel. how long is that going to take? That's going to take like, I don't know, 10 months. I mean, you get to a legendary ship in 2 or 3 or a month if you want to whale it. Good morning, Jeff. I'm a little stuffy. That usually happens after a night of wine. You get a warm-up game in here. Oh, I should prepare myself. That's right. It is the weekend. Oh boy. Oh, yeah. I can definitely tell. I can definitely tell I'm a little hungover because I'm looking at this like I don't know what to do here, but that's not true. Put the pedal to the metal and go. So I know a lot of people had requested trying this out as a gunboat and to do a video on it. I could do it in stream, but honestly, while the guns are really good on here, going full gunboat, I just don't think it's worth it. The torps are where it's at with this, at least until they're like get enough data to say, oh my god, what did we do? We've created a monster. Yeah, with us. Right. And they've got Abba and Shima. What radar do they have? Cleveland. All right, so we'll see if it's probably... All right, no destroyers here. It would appear. I was going to say, if the Kaba's on A, it should get spotted pretty easily. I guess I could pre-fire. Oh, nope. They are here. Interesting. Well, let's just show what the gun reload booster can do before anybody gets over here. Yep. Oh no! I can survive one of those. That guy waited very well. I can't let him get away. Guy's cap. Well, I might as well get some XP while I'm... nah, let's get him. Indecisive. Nothing that's showing there, right? Oh god, that's what I get for playing hungover. We'll come back to that one. All right, let's do. Let's try and do some Wooster. If you guys have, let me set up the Wooster to be the monster AA build. So let's see. Go AA guns. And not that. This one. And let me put on my aide, who I've got. Guy, isn't somebody else buff the? Let me see. Somebody buffs the AA damage, right? Oh, but this is battleship only, so that's no good. Oh, yeah. Welcome aboard, Garrus. Let's see. Who do we have? Who am I thinking of? Who remember, man, I'm operating at 50% right now because this meal I had last night was pretty intense. He knew? Ah, screw it, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I've got this all spec for AA, and so we will see. The stats are, well, it starts at 98 base, right? So with these mods on here, one, this is going to increase our range up to, we'll just say 5%. My damage of an additional 10% here. So that puts us at 110. And that's going to give us another 5% range there. And then as far as the upgrades on here, it gives us another 20%. So that's 130. And then another 25%. So 155 would be our AA score here. And look at the stats on this. So at 8 kilometers is when our AA starts with 105 DPM. They get to 6.6. Another 422 damage per second gets thrown on there. And then it's just, actually, I should say it's more than 422 because the additional 54. So you're looking at an additional 475 damage per second thrown on top of the 105. That is crazy. Anyway, so we'll take this out some. If you guys have carriers, I mean, try and queue up in this because we can do some experiments. I haven't been able to get this build into a game with a carrier, and it's incredibly frustrating. I pointed it out. I was talking about it on the CC Discord. I'm like, what good is building for all this AA when you can't even run into a carrier? I mean, I know that they're more common down in tier 3s and 5s, and on the weekends you see a lot more carriers, but the other downside is if you go this way, ugh, well, this ship already has problems. But anyway, let's do a count in. So if you guys have carriers or you want to try, let's try this just because I want to experiment with, and we don't have training rooms. I want to experiment with how quickly this happens. And not while I'm streaming. All right, let's do a count in. Right. I forgot. It's been so long. I forgot how to do a count in. I'm like, do I just count out loud? No, I type. I know some of you guys are really good about getting into these, or lag here. Oh, it's about 5 seconds. That's not too bad. You're really good about getting into these matches, so I need you guys to do it with your carriers so we can try. Yeah, I had to boost the tier 3 carriers. It was so painful. And that was before they buffed the XP gained. I even boosted through the tier 5s because I was like, well, there's nothing else to spend global XP on. And then I got the tier 7s. I mean, I played a lot of the tier 3s and 5s because I wanted to learn how to kind of play. See? Can't find carriers. Well, if anybody puts up a plane, they'll be sorry. Good morning, Buck. Well, at least now I can show... I can probably show how... this ship is. Like... You know, a lot of... I know even in my video I kind of said, let's compare it to the Cleveland, but really, you shouldn't even look at it like that. What this is a giant Atlanta. Yeah, how come... Like, it seems impossible to find CVs. And normally on the weekends, maybe it's too early, but because normally on the weekends it seems like there's plenty of them. Anybody, I didn't even look. Did anybody make it in here? No. Look at how much broadside you have to give here. There's the destroyers. Trying to watch if that destroyer on B goes dark because he hides in smoke, so I can pop my radar for our friendly destroyer. Alright, there we go. Hey, I bet that guy's like, you know what's nice? Teamwork. Now, this Yamato also made a mistake because they put out a single fire and now they're flooding. I don't even know if I have a fire on them right now. No, I don't. Oh, maybe I do. I don't know. Well, so the joy of this ship is to just find islands where you can do your thing from while the rest of the enemy team is spotted. And I know that I can get kind of on this corner and start annoying them at sea. Huh? Oh, Suzuya. I was like, how the heck was I spotted there? Well, I would say that these guys are probably boned. I don't expect these guys to drop a smoke screen for me, so I'm not gonna do anything for it like that. Yeah, I saw you yesterday slay your ship. That was a really good game, even though my side lost, but that was really good. You had your boy was over on your team, and I don't know if somebody was streaming because there were a lot of player names that I recognize in there, and so that was a really fun game. Yeah, I don't mind. I'd rather have a fun game and lose than what we're going to have here, which is to say a stomp on these guys. Oh, look how fast we shot down. Oh, we didn't even get to shoot that one down. Well, that Bismarck's dead. Well, yes, I agree that the CVs feel that way, and that's why I want to. Oh my god, 27,000 damage. Uh, I thought 27,000 damage was bad, but this is first place, barely getting 1,800 XP. That says woof to this team was really, really bad. Not the worst team I've seen, but you don't want to end alive. This guy was alive, full health, 231 XP. So that's why sometimes I'm like, you know what you could do? Turn up, turn up the service fees. I mean, I still lost 77,000. I don't particularly care because if you care about silver, probably shouldn't be, and you can't make it at the tier you're playing, probably shouldn't be playing that tier. All right, let's try this again. Guys, come on. I need a CV in here so we can experiment. I mean, I will. I'm not opposed to carriers being in the game. I just, to me, I just don't know if anybody actually wants to play them. I know that a lot of people on Facebook were like, "We want carriers. We want carriers." Well, where are they? Where are all these people who love them so much? Good morning, Barrett. All right, guys. Everybody, get in your tier 7 carrier so we can at least experiment. We got to see what this abomination can do. We are at 155 on here. We're shooting like 8 kilometers of range on the AA. And that's without, I think I could get that higher if, I don't think I have, what's his face, ranked very high. Yeah, I've only got him at 11, so I could get this up to 2%, so 2,468. So I could get this up to 6% total, which would give me probably another 0.2 or 3 kilometers of range on this. That would get... So we'd start shooting AA at about... Well, that'd be flak, but we'd start shooting that at about 8.3 kilometers. That's so ridiculous. I can't div up with a CV because this is legendary, and you can't div up with tier 7s. I mean, I also have to assume, did they make the Wooster, did they put the Wooster in here because in 3 months they're going to have the first legendary CV and they wanted to have the hard counter in there? I wouldn't put it past them. All right. Well, if you guys have tier 7 carriers, please let's try and get this up. So do a count in. What's my concealment? I don't know. I'd have to look. I forgot to check. I mean, I don't have this. I used all my CC camo, so I don't have a, permanent camo on this right now either. But I would guess my detection would probably be around like 9.8 on water. I don't know. We'll check. Scheiße. The whole thing with carriers too. Oh man, the whole thing with carriers. Well, how much is the FDR? You know, as long as we don't. My big fear is that people are not going to be interested in carriers, and that they're going to be like, oh, well, then we just need to buff the hell out of these and make them very powerful so people will want to play them. But I mean, it could just be that I Good morning, Antonios. No, you have not missed anything other than me trying to find a CV game because I have a full AA build booster. Well, you also missed me potato in a Kleber, but which I'm sure you will love the Kleber. But mostly I've been trying to find a CV match in this booster, but maybe we'll go back in the Kleber next. So, for those who have missed out, my AA rating on this Wooster right now is 150, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's a Jean Bart and a half. Hello. Oh yes, come in here. I may not be able to do much, but I can wreck destroyers. Deploy smoke for me. Yes.
Torpedoes to port.
Ah, yes. Reverse migration on the Amagi there. Let me get to the back of the map where I will be useful.
I need intelligence data.
Hey, you gave me intelligence data. Get into AA range. So even without the full AA build on here, a fighter squadron, you can shoot down the entire fighter squadron in about a second and a half. So it is pretty crazy. Hey. That soft nose. Yeah, there we go.
Enemy cruiser foundered. Our team has taken the lead.
At least we're doing a little damage this game, which is more than usual. I'll just turn this guy's day into a living hell. I mean, going broadside in a GK against an Amagi, that's somewhat questionable. That Amagi can do some serious damage. Well, you know what? I would build for equilibrium of power on here. I put on Beeply because she doesn't have equilibrium of power, and I was like, that's fine. I'll just go for fires. But I mean, you miss out on a lot of damage that way. Is our team getting steamrolled over now? Not too bad. Our destroyers would get back, though. We can still definitely lose this. Who do they have that can blap me? And GK can, so I kind of gotta... Targeted by 2. Most likely. The Vlad. Hey. And the GK, yeah. Like we said. Alright, so all 3 of these guys are... That could hurt. Now you see, like, this armor, so it's kind of like, even though you have this 32mm bow, it just, unless you are exactly straight on, we should look at the armor after this, because I think you'll see why, like, everybody thought that having a 32mm bow on here would be, like, making this OP, but it actually, there's, it's not too bad, but... This, I mean, I get it. What are you gonna do? But this thing, secondary monster. What are you doing all the way out there? Good morning, Mike. You saw, look at my nose. Right? That's 32mm bow armor right there. And yet, I don't know if they just went down through the... Oh, now you're seeing that AA just instantly shooting down planes, but, yeah. My turn, GK. Guy's looking for me. Let's got enough pace here.
Our victory is in sight.
You know, I've gotten, like, I have a vid where I got 4 ships sunk in this. You get close to Krakens, but, yeah, you don't, I guess we technically could, but I need intelligence data.
I need intelligence data. Affirmativo.
Like this, look at how much health this guy has. And look at our health. We're weak. This guy could totally come in here and wreck everybody. But doesn't want to scratch the paint. Doesn't want to make it, you know, they'll probably be like, service fees are too much.
Our victory is in sight.
It was on a little audio issue. Let me yoink this. Nope. I mean, look at how weak we all are. This guy could have totally come in here and absolutely wrecked us, but not interested. Because he might catch on fire in the process. I mean, I get why he shot at me because I am a pretty decent target, and I'm in a ship that, you know, most people don't have right now, so that's always fun to shoot at. But this guy has been spotted the entire time. He was like, "Nope, I'm gonna shoot at something else." I wonder if this. I was playing. I was. I played a game. Oh my gosh, I played a game yesterday where I was blind firing like that a destroyer in. Oh, in smoke, and I got a message and it said hacks, but they were joking. They're actually a friend of the show. But at first I was like, seriously, please don't accuse me of hacks. I mean, hey, not a bad show, but really want to see this go up against a carrier. All right, let's go back out in the Kleber. since, since I'm starting to wake up a little bit. I don't have any caffeine, though. I did not prepare well at all. Guess I could have a little scotch. No, not that's too early for that. All right, if you guys want to get in, we're in Legendary. Obviously, you can queue up in tier 7s and might get in too. We have a decent game in this. We'll go out in some other tiers. I feel like there's probably some other stuff I should. Oh, you know what? I was gonna show off this. Sorry if you're trying to get in. So bad at this. I was gonna show you guys the armor here. So, right here's the. We can see right at the bow of the ship. There's the 32 millimeters. However, move that. One, your citadel's practically raised, but it is massive. But you can also see 28 millimeters up here, which is nothing, and just 127 for the belt. But I mean, that kind of raises a curious question. How did my nose get super saturated? Was it maybe it was plunging fire, or maybe I don't know if you guys have seen this. Sometimes I'll get like hit in the rear, and then my bow will go black, or vice versa for whatever reason. And I mean, you take tons of damage through the superstructure. 30, what is this? So the deck is 36. Huh. So EOP is no good there. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like something wonky's going on because I feel like you're taking damage when you shouldn't. But anyway, all right, back to the Kleber, which, since we're here, at armor. All right. Oh, it's a little too early because it is not that long from last night. I had, oh, well, I mean, I'm not saying you guys should follow me on Instagram because I don't really post there very often. Plus, it has nothing to do with boats. It's more often me posting pictures of food, um, or design stuff that I'm working on. But I did post the menu from last night, and I will probably post pictures of what I ate there later. And some of the wine pairing was just amazing. And then anyway, I came back here, had a little bit of scotch with a friend, and yeah, now I'm a little hungover. Anyway, let's do this. Let's have a Kraken. You know what? I can show you. Just in case you wanted to see one, I've got two saved in the Kleber if we need to see one later. But let me play it first. You never know. But that's two Kleber Krakens that I haven't shown you guys, and I was thinking I will show on stream because I'm not going to post them. But and that way I can kind of tell you what the thought process was in them, just as a little interlude. But yeah, all right, we'll go out for real this time. Was I looking at the Alaska? I don't know. I mean, was that the Alaska? Okay, let me go back to the Wooster then after this. Well, that, you know what, that helps to explain why I was like, well, this is confusing. This doesn't make any sense. I wasn't even looking at the right ship. How much Kleber have I been playing? 200,000 XP. So, while that may sound like a lot, it actually is not that much because the average XP in this ship is, I'm doing very well. Like, I'm guessing my average XP in this is, they've got one radar. I'm guessing my average XP in this is very close to 3,000 per game. Aside from when I'm streaming, where I just drive into torps because I'm not paying attention. And I'm guessing that my average ship sunk per game is close to 3. I mean, if we got into a full legendary battle, I mean, this definitely has potential. What do they have? A Z23. A Z23, and didn't I say they have no... They've got the Alaska for radar. The Z23 is coming over here. And I'm tempted to be a bad teammate and just go off and do my thing because Dude, it's a Z-23. If there we go. Not today, Satan. And let's get you out of there. That was very close on those predictive torps. This guy's still burning too. I wonder if I knocked his engine. Oh! See? See? These guys are screwed now. That was the only thing saving them. And look at how fast these torpedoes reload. These guys, they need to go to that back corner and just go back to port. Be like, nah, we're good. I mean, these... If his engine was knocked, which it may have been, I mean, there's not really... These torps are so fast. Look at these guys. Just they're already at the back of the map. Like, no. Right, this guy's turning in. Watching the Alaska's radar range. Guy gonna turn around? Probably. Look at these torque firing angles too. Oh. Oh, GK. I may have launched him a little bit early. Nope. Oh, good Lord. Come on, take one more. Get a permaflood. He's dead. Probably somebody's gonna yoink that, I'd guess, but we'll see. I should torp this Otago. Look at these guys just like, must yoink. Yeah, well, all right. I mean, there's not going to be anything left for him. Got another GK coming up here. These torp angles are so ridiculous. Let's see. He's going to turn. Yeah, honestly, you don't even need this. You guys, everybody thinks that I was joking when I was like, this ship is so ridiculously good. Look at this. It's so easy to predict on torps too, plus because all the battleships up here and most of the players are just so bad. I mean, was his damage count on cooldown? I don't know. Oh, well. Oh, I haven't even used the speed boost yet. I haven't even... the Alaska. Because he's just sitting there. I feel like I could probably start shooting this guy. Even know he has radar? This is a going forward.
Croiseur ennemi envoyé par le fond.
Can we break 200,000? We might. Oh, I don't think American Made's in the chat right now, but there was a game. It was either yesterday or the day before. I ran into. I was in the Kleber and he was in Conqueror on the other team, and I chased him down in this and torped him from behind because the torps are so fast. So I know it can be done. Like this guy is running. I won't shoot my guns. I want to see if I can't get AP salvo on here. Yeah, so you can build this and get going over 60 knots if you feel crazy. Oh, we might catch this guy.
Boost des moteurs désactivé.
Come on, turn broadside to target. I want to show this AP. Yeah, go broadside, go broadside. So, Kleber is pretty good. Oh, see this, and this was not even an average game. Because normally I would be well over 3,000 XP, but I mean, you guys can see we killed that Z23 first thing, right? He does his move, which is smoke hydro, but I'm so fast I get out of range, and so I'm just kind of waiting there. Because I'm gonna either flush him out of his smoke with the torpedoes on this. He didn't have any support, and this is a big issue with this game is the team play. And now I don't know, maybe that's because the game is young, or maybe it's just the mentality, but you do not see most players think about their team at all, which is, fine. But if you guys think back on that Worcester game that I had earlier, I was telling you when I was behind the castle on Sia Fortune that I was like, okay, I'm looking at the destroyer on B. I know our destroyer's shooting at it, so when their destroyer disappears, I know that means it's gone in smoke. And even though I didn't have a shot with my radar, I knew that if I put on my radar, they would keep shooting them. And so it's kind of just like thinking about what you can do to help your team. And that does not generally happen in this game. Like that Alaska should have been helping that Z23. Like once they let that Z23 go, because nobody moved up, no battleships moved up with it. Even though he has hydro, he could be scanning for torps for them. Those battleships just sat back, and at that moment, they had already lost the game. They lost the game, what, a minute into it? I don't play Conqueror too much. I actually appeared on Zarkun's stream accidentally yesterday. I wasn't watching him stream, but I got into a match while he was streaming. I was in the Conqueror. But the main reason I don't play Conqueror, or you're not really seeing too many Tier 7 or Legendary Tier Battleships video from me right now, is that Tier 7 and Legendary Battleship gameplay you are hurting your team if you go out in a battleship. There are too many battleships out there. So if you want to influence the game more in tier 7 and legendary, cruisers and destroyers. Even though like I like to play battleships sometimes, but I'll go down to like tier 5. Um, you know, down in those tiers it's a lot harder to do really well in a cruiser just because the armor layout and battleships are a much more impactful class in like tier 5 and below, and to some degree tier 6. But the thing with tier 6 is you can run into tier 7. But in tier 7 and legendary, I know everybody loves to play battleships, but they are the least impactful class. And I think right there, that last game, we saw why. All right, now let's actually look at the proper armor for the right ship. Oh, here we go. This makes a lot more sense now. When I was looking at it, I was like, I don't remember the Wooster being so low in the ground. But anyway. Right, so here's our 32 millimeter bow. Which I still don't understand how my bow got damage saturated. But here we look at it from the front. So you can see if you're not taking those shells right there. Oh. Welcome aboard, Danny. Oh, Danny boy. So yeah, you can see like right here, if you're not taking those shells right on that 32 millimeter, and there's a good chunk to the left and right. So even if you're slightly angled like this or like this, holy smokes, you're in trouble. Because that just leaves us 25 millimeters right there. And let's see what the deck is. That was my real question. The deck's 30. Okay, so that kind of... No, that still doesn't explain why I was getting such big hits through there. I think it must just be coming through this 25 millimeter. When the shells are kind of coming down at this angle. I'm thinking that I'm taking them on the deck, but they're probably actually hitting the top of that and just dropping right down inside. And then, of course, we have the raised citadel above water, which, yeah. Oh shit, AA run. Do me a favor. I've got a full AA build on here right now, AA run, but I need somebody to try. I'm trying to stack the matchmaker with a carrier so we can actually test it. So I'll take this out again. Please, guys, get in your tier 7 carrier so we can try and get into a match and see what this can actually do. I'll show you guys the stats again. Right now, this is at 155 for my ship, and we're reaching out to just about 8 kilometers with the AA starting. All right, so we'll try this again. Please. A full AA rod build. All right. Try this once more, and then we'll go down into... Maybe we'll go down into some lower tiers. I don't know if you guys want to see the Admiral Makarov. I mean, it is a sweet camo, but we'll try this once more first. All two of us to have. I mean, I've got them. I haven't finished the XP grind on either of the tier 7 carriers because I'm just like, this isn't any fun. And so I haven't even, I don't think I've even touched them in about 2 weeks. Is that when they came out? No, they were the last update. Yeah, I guess I haven't touched them since Wargaming lent me the champagne, because then I was playing with the champagne a lot, which pro tip you're going to hate. Come on. God damn it. Ah. Where are all you carriers? What am I? I'm A. They have Shima and Gearing. All right.
Action stations. Good luck and fair seas.
I unfortunately cannot trust my team to go where they should, so I'm going to have to give up this area, which is where I should be, because from that point I can be raining down hellfire on everybody. But I don't trust my teammates to support our destroyer, so I'm going to have to go over there and help him.
All forces, capture that area.
I don't know if you guys follow Hipper on YouTube. He did a video today of map tactics on Trident, which I think was very well done and offered a lot of insights and talked a lot about positioning. And I try. I mean, I'm glad that he did that because I know it's a pain in the butt to do, but I will also try to do those occasionally. But I try not to be too informative, as you all know. Mine is, I'm not about stats, I'm about feels. Oh, crap. I'm not paying attention.
Requesting assistance. All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Alright, so there's 2 destroyers here. Why is this guy... That was a wasted radar. I was not facing the right way. You know what? Our Shima's just gonna be one of those sneaky players.
Set a smoke screen.
Definitely a wasted radar. I was not thinking there. Anyway, favorite wines. Well, I'm not a big sake fan, but I did have. I'm terrible. I left the wine list in my friend's purse because you know that's what I do. What is this guy doing? What in the world?
We've sunk an
Oh my lord.
off to a great start.
What? What is this insanity?
Get back.
I mean, this is a very questionable choice by their team. Look at that.
Main turret critically damaged.
Damage saturated nose somehow already.
Main turret critically damaged. All stations retreat. Affirmative. Nice work. All stations reporting the position of a
Not perfectly angled, so we just take those through the side there. And getting my turrets constantly knocked.
critically damaged.
Do it.
Nice.
Putting the position of a strategic target. Acknowledged.
Like these guys, not even, well, I could say the same thing about our team. They're not particularly trying to win either. Anyway, yeah, you see, like, kind of, we took that really big hit there because if you aren't perfectly bow on, it's just got such little armor, and that's where, like, I don't necessarily want to go out there to support my teammates in that sense, but nobody else is going to. I mean, this would have been a great spot, like right in here, to be able to shoot over these islands and just annoy these guys incessantly. This is going to end up being a win. I can tell you right now. I would be shocked if we somehow lost this, but we don't need to watch it. We just need to try and get another carrier game. Yeah, no battleship support. But that's this game. I mean, especially in legendary, people just are not thinking, how can I help the team? They're thinking, I wanna get a big hit in. I want to do big damage. They're not necessarily thinking about how can I win. Or a lot of people think if I do big damage, then I'm doing my part, and that's kind of goes into the battleship mentality. But that's why I'm saying, like, in tier 7 and legendary tier, the least important ships are battleships. I think in that like in that Kleber game I showed you, like, what are those battleships going to do against a Kleber other than just get sunk? Was there anything that we need to see? Oh, right. I was going to show you guys the Admiral Makarov. Oh, I can also, I guess, since I have it, I can, if you guys haven't seen it, the very sweet looking camo. Sweet looking camo. Oh, I just noticed there's a hole in the front. Ha. I want to do a trick shot, and I want somebody to shoot through there, and we'll see if it actually takes damage or not. 10,000. How T-Bull got 10,000 games almost all solo. Let me. If you think that's bad, here we go. 18,724 games, and let's see, about 12, probably about 14,000 of these are solo. I am about 2/3 to 70% of my games are solo. I saw somebody post on Reddit today that they had 1,000 battles in the Bismarck, and I'm like, I don't even have 1,000 battles in a single ship, and I've got 18,000 matches done. Where are we? Oh, we're at 241 Krakens now. But all right, let's go look at. We'll take out the Makarov. Enough jibber jabber. Or let me. Maybe I should take a look at chat real quick. All right. I think I'm relatively caught up. So did I show you guys the Leone Kraken? I think I did. Now, what do you know? We won. What the? We won this first one where I instantly died? Oh my god, I wasn't even worst. Wait a minute. Okay. If you guys were on at the beginning of the stream, the first game that I played, I took out the Kleber. I didn't even cap a base. I just went and shot at a Shima, and I took a torp, and then the Shima killed me with their guns. That is literally all I did. I was probably dead maybe 2 minutes into it. This guy, whoever that is, I can't really censor the person beneath it, were alive the entire match and got less XP. Questionable. Maybe I should just stick to legendary. Look at this. All right. Uh Molotov, right? So, not Molotov. Makarov. That is a sweet looking camo. I'm going to take this out, but I'm going to take off EOP because as funny as it is to actually have on there for pretty much no reason, doesn't really make sense. All right, we'll do tier what are we? Tier 5? Yeah, until they can break down win rates solo versus division, to even talk about your win rate is kind of pointless. Like if somebody is plays 99% of their games in a division and their win rate is like 65, 67, somebody in that division is not doing their job. A like a division, you should be, if you have a good division, you should be in the 70% win range with your division. A very, very good division, you're going to be up in like the 80% win range. Duca de Pasta? Hell yeah. I mean, I can do the lightning too. What do you mean? I should just get blapped here real quick, right? Look at this. No carriers. You're missing out on the entire point of buying this ship, is that it's got improved AA. And, like I said, you get access to the German, or sorry, you have the German HE pin still, which is awesome. But you get the Russian commander trait, so we get our cruiser twist and track, which is actually quite handy in this. But obviously, this is Nuremberg. Somebody so much as sneezes on me, I'm gonna explode. Pretty floaty. What is that? In Atlanta? Yeah. What's going on here? Got a Kraken in the Lyon. I don't 88K. Well, you know, Kraken's Kraken. But Lyon, man. I love that battleship. That's why I like tier 6. Oh shit. Tier 6 battleships are still pretty fun. I hope that guy shot. Oh, he's got HE loaded. Uh-oh. How many dev strike? Oh, all right. All right, so for whatever reason, they have a great migration east. Oh. It's funny. I had seen that battleship over there, and I was like, don't forget about that. But then I started talking about this Gneisenau, and there you go, entirely made of citadels. Let's see. What were we gonna do? Oh, we were gonna do the Lightning or the Duca de Austa. Duca de Pasta. We'll do the Duca de Pasta. Ugh. Man, I really want to like these. I was expecting a lot from this ship, and I was greatly disappointed. Um, greatly disappointed. Like, they just need to get. I don't understand why they don't give equilibrium of power to the Italians. Like, you've got these 152s, and they're almost pointless because you can't do anything. Yeah, I had that coming. I mean, you don't pay attention. I was also, or there were about 6 battleships. That now it couldn't have been 6, but I was targeted by 3, 4 battleships. I don't know. Whatever. It's gonna happen. Yeah, you get this right. So, what's that skill called? Subtle manipulation. So, I think it's in the Abruzzi video. I kind of talk about that a little bit. I think because I've gone back and forth using it, but I don't think it's worth it. I mean, you get more damage. You're practically never going to get a Citadel shot. The biggest issue with the Italian AP is that the penetration angles are not improved like the US, so it's very hard to get penetrations. That's why I put Von Essen on here, but I need to rank him up more. Anyway, let's take this out. Let's play. Let's get Devstruck again. Well, the sap. I mean, these ships don't have the two Italian cruisers. They don't have sap on PC either, but they have IFHE. So they have the equivalent of our equilibrium of power, so you can actually damage battleships. The SAP. I don't know. We'll see. I get the appeal of it. I'm not going to be like, no, I don't want that in the game. I don't necessarily think that that the Italian ships require it to be able to perform. I mean, what Wargaming did was they the HE Alpha strike on the Italians is very high, so it kind of replicates the SAP, but without doing it. I mean, you have the added benefit of starting a fire, and you know your HE cannot ricochet, which SAP it is possible for it to ricochet. Like so these two battleships over there, I can't even do really like I can torp them, but I can't really do any other damage to them. Sweet looking camo. Is that a permanent one? Oh, 100K. All right, so we got the Mahan over here. The idea is to not just run, fellers. You know where that Mahan is.
Let's show them what we're made of.
Look at that, 5 shatters, 0 damage, because ships, they can't damage anything. Unless I get... Unless I get a fire on them.
Caccia di ritorno.
Affirmative.
I should be able to do something. So The Mahan. I guess I could. I don't really need to use sonar with a Mahan, but. Oh, wait. No, it's not the Mahan. Oh, it's the Blisk. That's right. I forgot that the Bliskavitsa's got twist and track too. Oh. Nice work. Oops. Roma or Amalfi? I mean, I love the Amalfi. Oh, well, there's the Bliskavitsa. These guys are just sitting down here? Yep. Alright, well. Ooh. Alright, so I'm paying attention. It's like, oh, we gotta. If we can get some AP going. Nope. He's gonna break the angle. And the Italian AP is really nice. It's just, yeah, you really gotta boost its pin or something. Oh, I thought I was gonna have him there.
Caccia di ritorno.
Well, so Bliskavitsa. Wait a minute. Who's got me spotted if it's not them? Them. Is he over here now? Maybe. Yeah, I'm not spotted anymore. Alright, so let's see. A minute for my torps to get there. Now let's save this for this op.
Squadra in vantaggio.
Taking too long, so maybe we'll just YOLO. Guess we can sneak over here and try and do a little damage on this Leon. This guy needs to know there's a battleship right there. Oh shit, there I accidentally went doing team play again. What am I thinking? Accidentally spotting this battleship for this destroyer. Ugh, what a noob.
Caccia distrutto.
Well, he's put all of his eggs in that basket, didn't he? happening here. Back. I is trying to throw. You're too important. Let me throw for you. That's gonna get me killed. Let's. Nope. Lol. All right, so I've managed to keep this guy spotted long enough using my hydro, so hopefully. Alrighty. Team play. What is this world? No cap for you. Yeah, he managed to torp the BB from 3 kilometers away. Nice whack. Meanwhile, I'm trying to help him out. Because they're going to drop spot of this, unless somebody has eyes on him while he's shooting. Nice shot, King George. Let's see. Spawning on B shards. I honestly, I like spawning on B. I think I've said that in every video that I've posted of a game when I play on here. B is my favorite spawn on this map because more often than not, your teammates run from it. Or not your teammates, but the other team will run from it. And most of us just want to brawl in this game. Most of us just want to brawl, so why not brawl? That's what you've been looking for so bad. How long till these are ready again? I shot this a little bit early. All we can do is wiggle, but I'm expecting 16 guns here any second. Ooh. Secondaries! Oh, hold on. Oh, they're so slow. I mean, this particular ship, it's way more impactful if it's top tier. Because you can do a little bit more damage. But yeah, bottom tier like this, like I was saying, 73 shell hits, 2 fires. Now, granted, some of that was AP, and the AP, I don't know if you saw, it does do pretty decent damage. The AP on these is the bread and butter, but for an angled battleship, that's not going to do you any good. Oh, thanks for stopping by, 40-ounce fan. Dim sum sounds delicious. B is my favorite for the dad jokes. All right, I think somebody was asking for a lightning game, and I'll go out in the lightning. S plus lightning. Man, that permanent camo on it is hot. This thing looks nice. Right? It's a good looking camo. It's interesting that the turrets didn't have camo on it, and I know somebody brought that up on one of the things. They're like, you should have finished the paint job, but then I think it was Prince Blip pointed out that no, it really actually didn't have camo on the turrets in real life. Those depth charges. Subs confirmed. All right, see you later, Daniel. Thanks for stopping by. All right, tier 7 if you guys want to jump in. Oh, you got to have duck flag. Duck flag all day. Got a little bit of, we're about 5 seconds of lag. That's not too bad. I rock the duck flag on just about everything because it's funny. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. There are a lot of gunboats over there. And little old me. Who do I have with me? A Shima. Oh. We're heavy over here. I have Fletcher. All right. Well, show them what we've got, chaps. Did anybody make it in? We haven't had anybody that I recognize in the games yet.
領艦に要請する。支援が必要だ。
I mean, I've heard what T-Bull says about duck flags, but I haven't. I've never actually talked to T-Bull, like messages or otherwise, other than a long time ago. He and I were in a game together, and we spawned at the same point. And I recall he was in the Embra, and I was in the Groza Kerr first. And because of his actions, oh, he just rushed in and took out the destroyer, and that allowed me to run rampant in the Groza Kerr first. I messaged him afterwards. I said, you know, GG, your actions won us the game. But that's the only time that I've ever actually talked to T-Bull. Well, I mean, in game, I should say. Beyond that, it's just been comments in his streams. It's a lot of skill out there. Derp. Oh my. Fun. There we go. Fletcher. All this guy has to do is keep him. Nope, get in smoke.
攻撃目標の座標を指定する。Attention, cible repérée à cette position.
I'll keep him spotted. Oh no, Harry! You're dead, Harry. Got your engine knocked. Gonna have him on hydro soon. And I've got Torps going to where his engine was knocked. It doesn't look like he's got last stand on, or whatever it's called. And Alaska's pushing over here to be able to radar.
We destroyed their destroyer.
Got another destroyer over here. Want to engage them just yet? like a 5. And I should be, once I get around this island, I need to be shooting the Massachusetts just to get a fire on him or something. So a little chaos. Guys are spotted. How come he hasn't radared yet, I wonder? Right, so this guy's located now, so we know destroyers on this side. And it's gonna be, ooh, it's probably the Fletcher, because we would have spotted the Kaba. And I don't want to deal with a Fletcher right now while this Alaska's here. Oh wow, this guy's going. Uh-oh. Bro.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
We're trying to plan those torps there. What is it? Yeah, it's the Fletcher. I figured that the Alaska would bow in to dodge those. That's why, I mean, even crossfires with torps are a thing. Oh my god, our team's losing. What the hell? Hope this Shima keeps these guys spotted for me. I want to get him to try and get him to burn a damage control. Give me a fire. Not spotted though, so Fletcher is on the other side of that island. Iowa had better. Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, if you get torped by a Fletcher, you need to turn in the badge. Doesn't need to be turning away from it. He needs to be turning into it now. Need this Shima to spot. He doesn't have to shoot. Ah, there he is. Oh, he's getting in his smoke too. So, oop, I didn't mean to put on smoke. I meant my hydro. I'm gonna spot him through. I'm gonna spot him through his smoke too for this Shima.
All stations set. Reporting the position of a strategic target.
Affirmative.
I owe you one.
援護を求む。
It's Fletcher. All right, I was gonna say, this poor guy.
We sank an enemy destroyer.
Yeah, this camo is sweet. This guy well played. Used his guns while I spotted. Like, man, when your teammates help out and actually, you know, play like a team, we've been getting very lucky with that today. It's makes the game quite fun. And you got battleships that just run. Yeah, smoke sonar, incredible combo. But what also was so great there was like, you know, I'm just using because I was out of position, frankly. I mean, not terribly, but because I was out of position, I didn't just say, well, I'm going to hold on to this until I can sink this guy because I want the kill. Instead, I played for the win and just went ahead and spotted the guy for the Shima anyway. Even though I didn't think I would get, I didn't think I'd sink him. I mean, I yoinked it, but I haven't, you know, really done that much damage in this. Well, I guess I got the Fletcher. I did the most damage to him. But like the Alaska, I just caught him with a torp. But mostly I've just been spotting, which is really a destroyer's job, even if you're just spotting for other destroyers, I guess.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done.
Aye. Hearing is going to disappear.
Generator activated.
Look at that superstructure, how squishy it is on the
Smoke screen
Conqueror. Oh my god, see? I told you it's just gonna disappear. Now our Shima's trying to disappear too. What? Hey Vez, welcome here. Damn. That gearing did some work, but probably an unnecessary crack and given out there, but you know what? Maybe that Conqueror deserved it. Maybe the gearing was like, this guy, he's done a great job. No, no invites, not during stream. Alrighty. Did we do? Oh, somebody wanted the Amalfi, which I will happily do. Where is this? Right over here. Actually, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and then we'll take this out. So, pause for a message from our sponsors. Okay. Oh, hold on a second. My phone is blowing up. Oh, all right. I got I'm okay. So, as you guys all know, there's been a little pandemic going on for about 16 months now, but here in California, things are going very well, and we will be fully open, no masks or anything, June 15th. But you're now allowed to have parties again, so long as everybody's vaxxed and fully vaxxed. And me and all my friends aren't. But I haven't seen like my big group of friends in a year and a half. So we're actually having our first big get together tomorrow. So that is going to be quite nice and should get quite ruckus. Maybe inspired by Bacchanalia or Dionysus, but so they're just talking about all the food they're going to bring. All right, and all right, Amalfi means I have this tradition when we have our big group gatherings. It's been a tradition for about 15 years that I go to the liquor store and I find the most disgusting bottle of liquor I can find that's like unnaturally colored, you know? So if you think of like a bottle of like Hypnotique that's blue, or they have another one that's purple, all the Alizés, I've gone through the entire list. And so I will buy a big bottle of that stuff and we all pass it around just as a rites of passage, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So I'm gonna have to go to the store and try and find something super disgusting. If you don't have the Jean Bart, I would say to get the Richelieu first. If you do have the Jean Bart, easily Vlad. All right, Amalfi. I mean, Vlad is still my most played battleship, right? 844 matches in it with I think a 70% win rate. Potential damage per battle 1.2 million. Yeah, it's definitely a tank. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta see something else in here. Look, my average XP, it dipped under 2,500 because I was playing battleships again. All right. Amalfi. Serrano down by the, yeah. It's, you know what? It's, I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up in the Midwest and seems like something we did back then, but I don't know. I'm just looking forward to seeing everybody. It's been a long time since we've all gotten together. That's why I had this fancy dinner last night. I went to this restaurant called Providence, and as it were, right before the pandemic started, we had a meal at this place called Trois Mecs, which was a Ludo Lefebvre restaurant, but it has since closed. So we had the last meal there before we went into lockdown, and then we had the first meal last night coming out of it, and they're amazing. My least favorite line, uh, honestly, probably, and this is going to sound blasphemous, but it's either the U.S. or British battleships. Probably the U.S. battleships. You can, like, I'm shocked that I have this much elite XP in the Iowa. I thought it was going to be, like, under 100,000. I mean, my Amagi, the Amagi was my first tier 7 ship. I mean, it doesn't help that the Vanguard is, if they would just give it a decent rudder, this would be a lot more enjoyable. But right now, it also just, as I was saying earlier, there's not a lot of reason to play battleships in tier 7 and legendary tier if you want to actually win. What's the big show? The big show is, oh, hey, everybody, that's Let 'em Peak. If you don't know, Peak is well on his way to becoming a CC, I imagine. He plays with Spartan and AA Ron a lot. A very good player. Definitely want to check him out. Streams a lot, and I've been hanging out on his streams a bit lately because it's good backdrop when I'm actually doing real work. But to answer your question, Peak, the big show is an imaginary late night talk show that I generally do my Kraken videos with. It's kind of hard to explain. It's really has nothing to do with boats. That's just the backdrop. Sometimes it's just completely goofy. Anyway, let's do this. If you guys want to get in, we'll do tier 7. I do love the Amalfi. I mean, look, if they were to put sap in this, I'm not going to be upset. I'm just saying that I don't think that sap inhibits these ships from being good. What I would really like for the Amalfi, and I posted this on the CC Discord, when they did all the buffs, I was like, so is this to imply that every other ship is performing as expected? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, huh. Because I would think people generally have a very difficult time in the Amalfi because it's got such a long reload. Yeah, Peak streams on YouTube pretty regularly. Yeah, it's a parody. It kind of is whatever I feel like making it with boats in the background. What do we have in here? I didn't even look. We haven't had anybody get into a game yet that I recognize. I'm kind of surprised.
Tutti ai posti di combattimento.
If I were feeling particularly YOLO-y, I would go up on this side. Well, I'm not. If I had been paying attention from the get-go, I would have gone up here and gone into A to get the position. I would have used my smoke if I got spotted, because look at how many battleships. They don't have very many battleships over there. I definitely could have gotten in there. That's a mistake on my part. Peak, did you talk to Tikane?
Need your support.
That's like when I applied, let's see, I don't remember how long it took. It took longer than I thought it was going to, and then excuse me, then it was just super simple, and it's kind of like, well, why'd that take so long? Yeah, crossplay. I wish they had focused on crossplay and training rooms more than carriers. I mean, as far as content-wise goes, oh my god, they've got a Minsk. As far as content goes, like, it would make the content that CCs are making so much better. I'm probably going to get boned here, because... Oh, nope. Not.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
I mean, what was I saying? I was like, the only thing you're really missing out on being a CEC is giving Chili a hard time for drinking White Claw. That's the majority of the CC Discord is Chili's White Claw problem. Why don't I have AP loaded for this Atlanta? Am I daft? Yes. I mean, you can't take an Atlanta in like that. What? Where'd Atlanta go?
Caccia di ritorno.
not how I should be playing this smoke, but I was actually looking for it. Did he just shoot H? Oh shit! Oh,
Abbiamo distrutto un incrociatore nemico.
Un ottimo inizio. Rilasciata cortina fuori.
Nice work.
I did not see what that carrier or cruiser was in here. Belfast.
Beccata.
Allarme incendio.
Caccia torpediniere nemico colato a picco.
Danno critico a torretta principale.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Problema risolto, signore.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I am. Oh, I guess I should look. I was gonna say I'm being
Concentrate
kind
fire
of
on
dumb
the enemy
here.
warship.
Caccia in volo.
But, it kind of happens in stream sometimes.
Get back. Attention, reporting the target. Beccata.
Caccia distrutta.
Got a big old belt.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
The plan is to spam HE. Got it. Go one more time. Ah, signore. Ah, bellissima.
Incrociatore nemico affondato.
Oh, I don't know if you guys see this, but we're looking at a Kraken coming up, potentially. I got enough health for it. If I can sink this Charles, we'll get a Kraken. I need him spotted.
Teammate, I need your support.
Dude, funk off telling me that you need my... I need your support, dude. You're at the back of the map.
Nice work.
Oh, he's in smoke. That's why he needs support. All right, all right, all right. I'll give it to you this time. Oh, thank you, Angelo. I'm sorry. I was so into this game, I wasn't even paying attention. I just missed a super chat. Okay. So I definitely need to get this Chuck to have the chance for the Kraken here, but I want him to commit to going up this way, which looks like they're going to do. Or I need this Odin to do something. I can't take these both on at the same time. The armor on this just isn't good enough for that. But they can go that way, which is fine with me. Oh my God, look at that. Charles Martel's just broadside. Back up, Charles.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Oh! You just get greedy and go for it here. I mean, this could throw the game. But YOLO, am I right?
Caccia di ritorno.
Duck again. Kind of have to go for it now.
Teammate, I need your support.
Yeah, I know. You're so concerned that you might get shot.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
That guy. All right. One more reload.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Siluria prua.
All stations, proceed to capture that area.
A torp.
Siluri dritti di prua.
Incrociatore nemico affondato.
Get back!
And... All right, so
Palla nello scafo, imbarchiamo acqua velocemente.
let's get this guy and secure us a Kraken. We have here. All right, we have pretty good odds because oh shit, I say that and then he took a big hit. I was gonna say we have pretty good odds of doing this because I'm the only one with torps, but apparently this Odin is one of those players who's like, my best move here is to go broadside. So need a yoink here. This Nagato is going to get a shot off first, though. Nagato or Richelieu. Well, what's Richelieu doing? Richelieu's going to kill him. One of them is going to kill him.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Oh my god. No! Oh! Oh, that would have been a bad yoink anyway. Well, nonetheless, I love the Amalfi. I think probably what cost us there is that I took a little too long to engage that Charles Martel. I was giving the Odin too much credit. I didn't realize the kind of player that was. Bill, look, what do you want? Almost a 3000 XP, almost a very good game in the Amalfi. I do really enjoy this ship. If you guys like, I know that this cruiser line often gets ignored, but I mean, I don't, hold on, let me see if I still have it on here. I have this funny clip that I saved because I know that I haven't done a clip. Oh, it's not on here anymore. I haven't done a clip video in a while. And I was like, okay, somebody asked me to do one again. I was like, all right, well, let me do that. And I have this one where I just, it's this Baltimore just keeps blasting at me and blasting at me. And I'm in reverse in the Amalfi. And I just reverse right in front of him and torp him. And I'm like, oh, the players in this game sometimes. Alrighty. What else do we have here? Pretty good game though. Fun ship. Maybe we should go back. All right, we got, you know, more people will be playing right now. It's a little bit later in the day. Oh, welcome aboard, Jeff. We've been expecting you. Let's go back out in some legendaries. Let's see if we can't find a carrier game again for this Woosta. We'll try it again. See if we can't find something. Zara, you know, the tier 6 cruisers, it's very tough because the tier 7 cruisers have been buffed so much to be able to compete against legendary. It makes the tier 6 cruisers very, very difficult to play. So I understand the Zara grind is tough. I mean, all the tier 6 cruisers are tough, but the reward for that is that the tier 7 cruisers are the best ships in the game. I mean, the Ochakov is the best ship in the game, but the tier 7 cruisers are all very good. Uh, every time I no, I have yet to. So this is Trider. This is my complete AA behemoth build where my AA defense score on here is actually 155, and I've yet to run into a carrier with it. So I'm hoping that people will try and take their carriers out. So maybe we can just do some experiments with it. But in so far today, of the 3 or 4 games I've taken this out, I haven't been able to find a carrier game. And of the probably 30 games that I've played in this, I'm almost up to 160,000. Of all those, I have yet to face a carrier using this AA build. I've ran into carriers 3 times in all the games that I've played with this ship. Is Dean going to make a weekend appearance? Oh, fortunately, well, I've got company coming over this evening, so if Bringer streams, I guess it's potential, but they're coming over later tonight, so I probably won't be on anymore this weekend. I've got a big barbecue tomorrow too. So anyway, well, I'll tell you this much: ours doesn't favor CVs. Anyway, so if you guys want to uh, help me have this run into a carrier, please, everybody, queue up your tier 7 carriers and let's try an experiment. We will do a count in now so we can try and get this going. Yeah, I agree, Vaz. I don't see them either. I see more of them definitely on the weekends, but I mean, today, I don't think we've had a match with one yet. And during the week, it seems like about maybe 1 out of 10 games. And my fear is that Wargaming will be like, hey, people aren't playing these. We got to make them stronger. Let's add in rocket planes. Let's do all this stuff. And then, it's just kind of a knee jerk reaction. All right. See you later, Viper. Thanks for stopping by. No CVs. I'm just never. It's just so This is why this ship is so pointless.
Action stations.
No CVs to even deal with. I mean, am I moving? Okay. I was gonna. No, I'm not going up the middle. I'm getting my dumb firing angles going here. Yep. 5 battleships per team. Maybe, this kind of, just playing this makes me want to take the Kleber out again because you guys saw how good it is. And I've just casually walked in and wrecked an entire team like, all right. Oh, let's get that Baltimore. Great fear of HE begins. Ooh. So I asked on the CC Discord if the shell velocity on this ship was the same as the Cleveland, and it is. So there's not. They could. I feel like they could kind of help differentiate the two there. These guys aren't even going to come out because, they might catch on fire. And I can't really blame them, but at the same time, what's a little fire between... Oh, hello. What's a little fire between friends? Where you going? So the things that I have to give up for this AA, like my faster reload, a better chance to start fires, like there's a lot that you're giving up to just have this ridiculous AA, which is kind of I don't know if he can get much further away. He is in a Conquer, right? Whoa, what do we have here? Is Zuya dead? I didn't even see. I don't think it is. No, it is not. But might say that this Baltimore has overextended himself a little bit, except that look at those guys.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Thrilling gameplay. Yeah. This, yeah, same thing. Yeah, that WoW's or Champagne, it's kind of like, that's designed for a different game than what we're playing. Ooh, okay. AP action here. I gotta say, like, I am always surprised how many messages you guys send me. Like, it still kind of blows my mind that there are people in, like, Malaysia watching this. Maybe not right now, but Philippines, you know, so many places. I can't believe that that's the world that I live in now. Yamato went up the middle to cap. Why? Like, they're gonna be like, service fees need lowered. In Legendary, I went up the middle and capped, and I didn't make any silver. Look at, I mean, this is surprisingly low. Like, one fire out of 155 how many shells have I landed here? 124? That's less than a 1% chance. You're in Missouri? Yeah, I grew up in Missouri. Between the ages of 1 and 12, I lived in Columbia, Missouri. Yeah, I mean, I was saying earlier that I wonder if the Wooster's not in here to have the hard counter for a legendary CV in 3 months with if they should add it in and be like, well, don't worry about anything, guys. I mean, you already have this hard counter to it, but I feel like so much of the legendary ships, and like I said in the Champagne video, they're all balanced and designed for a different game. So all these little things that they've tweaked in this game, like giving destroyers ridiculous concealment. I mean, okay, well, we're going to try and counter that by saying you can't turn off, there's no manual AA. Now, I don't think that was the original thought. I just think they hadn't had time to program that in. You know, we don't have enough buttons or whatever. But all that balance, it's designed for 10 tiers. It's designed for 12 ships. And when you look at this game, where most of the time we've got 5 battleships out there, and if there's a carrier, it seems like the carriers are not necessarily being taken away from well, I still see 5 battleships, but that could just be because battleships are so popular. I was hoping that carriers would replace 1 battleship, but the games I've seen, it's still generally 5 battleships. So it's just kind of all misbalanced, and I'm hoping that in the next 6 months they actually kind of go back and look at the game design and try and figure out a way to kind of rebalance that. Yeah, it was an awful performance there, but with that, I mean, I can't believe this. Like, that's I had a 1 fire out of 135 shells, so a 0.66% chance. Let's go back out in the Kleber. Something I was going to show you guys. I don't remember what it was. Oh well, whatever. Maybe it'll come back to me. Yeah, five battleships on each side. You know, 2 or 3 destroyers, sometimes 4, and then a cruiser. And what's so frustrating about that is that, like, cruisers control the high tiers so well. Are you taking off, American Made? I was telling them about how I chased you down with the Kleber and torped your Conqueror so I could figure out how close I had to get to a battleship to torp it from behind. Well, I mean, it's, you know, not to get into game programming too much, but if the game engine can't handle more than 18 players, this is a shit game engine. All right, let's take out this Kleber. Too much fun. I don't. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say that about the game engine, because they actually do a lot of the calculation server side. So, you know, that could be. But no, that's not the argument. Is that the current generation of consoles can't handle that much. I don't know. I mean, at some point. Right, 7 tiers hard code. I know. Yeah, and look at how well Legendary's implemented. Anyway, let's get out in the game, and then we'll bitch some more. I know, it just seems like Legendary tier for the foreseeable future is going to be dominated with destroyers. And I know it's going to be particularly frustrating for newer players because, you know, battleships are where all the attraction is. It's like, ooh, big guns, I'm going to do massive damage. But when people, especially this boat, once they, like, good players start getting this, holy smokes, this is all you're going to see. I mean, if people know what's good for them, I wouldn't even if I said in my video that if you're in a battleship and you see a Kleber on the enemy team, just scuttle your ship and go back to port. And I think I showed in that game earlier as to why that's the case.
All
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to speak about game engines. You know, the only game engines that I've ever worked in is the Unreal Engine, and I never worked on it in a game capacity, so I can't really speak to it. Do they have any? Yeah, they got a radar. I mean, I should probably pre-torp, right? Instead of thinking about game engines. Guys out of here. Here too. Right. I guess it's possible that he spawned by himself, but seems unlikely. Get my guns on. Okay, I'm happy with the side my guns are on because I'm going to go in there. Most likely this destroyer is over here. Going to come around the back of the island. I almost always do. And the other one's pushing up behind the lion's head, which the recipe for a loss for them. All right, let's hit the speed boost and get going.
Boost des moteurs activé. Союзники, захватываем точку.
Guys, nice positioning. Coming in here. Akazuki. Akazuki's probably gonna rush this Hidachi. Alright. And if I can get some shots off into him. I gotta wait a minute. I don't want the Suzuki to come in. Once that Suzuki is back, we're gonna wreck this Akazuki. Oh, he's going around the island, right? Not gonna have my guns completely turned around, but that thing is not very mobile. Oh, I got the wrong shells in. Why do you... So, Shimmy is down here on A. Interesting. Expecting a wall of torpedoes to be coming through here any minute.
Requesting support.
Bet you are. Probably a bad idea of me, but
Boost
whatever.
des moteurs désactivé.
This isn't the most agile destroyer, but there we go. Oh, dude, what are you thinking? Can we get skinny? We can take one. Oh.
On a une brèche en dessous de la ligne de flottaison. On prend l'eau.
And as we demonstrated earlier,
Problème
well, now their
résolu.
team might as well just go to the back of the map and I don't know. mean, it's unfortunate that this game's already over. Like, because I could really do some damage here. Well, we kind of, the crazy thing there was that Shima was coming through that way. Why did he come in straight like that? I mean, well, I know why. It's because anybody can get one of those ships. You don't have to have experience to do that. But that was a really questionable play. Even if I hadn't been there, we had a battleship right here that definitely had shots ready. But, you know, maybe they're thinking, well, I've got 15 torps. I've got 15 torps. I can take out both of those battleships before they sink me. And there's probably some truth to that. But still pretty risky when you know that there was a destroyer spotted right here just a few seconds ago. But I don't know if you guys saw this. So, in that game earlier, when I took that torp, I took it in the midsection, and it left me with 700 health. Whereas taking this one in the stern, you can see I got damage saturated back there, and it looks like I only took 14. What is that? 10, about 13,000. So that's actually good to know that the this area of the ship has about 13,000 health. So take the torp on the bow or stern and not in the midsection, and you will have a lot more health left over. That was kind of a snoozer. Sweet. My plans for this evening have been moved, so that means we can stream all day. Not that we're going to, but we could. Let's take this out again. That was kind of a snoozer. I mean, I'll be honest, I am playing the hell out of this destroyer because it's so good. Kind of reminds me of like when I first got the Fantask and I was like, oh my God, this is going to wreck everything. And, um, and then, so when I took this Kleber out for the first time, I was like, dear God, this, it would be interesting to see, for you guys to see it gunning with a Kaba. And a lot of times that comes down to if the Kaba knows what they're doing, a Kaba will gun this down easily. But if the Kaba doesn't know what they're doing and just goes along broadside and you put your AP on here, you will wreck Kabas. I've got Boigny at 14 Legendary 3 right now. I don't feel like I need to get him up to 16 just yet, but in all honesty, there's so many commanders now we have here. Hearing Alaska. There's so many commanders now that I kind of want them to re-examine the commander system too, because it feels like, you know, when this first started, you could get one commander if you had premium time. You could get, well, not when you just started, but once they introduced the legendary system to the commanders, you could get one commander up to level 13 a month. And that was fine when there were however many commanders there were, but now there are so many that I'm not sure how people are going to rank these all up. Where is... All right. I don't like what these guys are doing. I actually kind of want to get out here a little bit because they are going to attract torpedoes, and I don't want to take any of those. I'm gonna have... I didn't look at what Yudachi Kigaro Tushimas. All right, so the Tushimas are most likely over here. So I do need to stick around here because I can help our Garen gun. If I were in a two-man Shima division, would I go over here to think I was sneaky? Earring's gonna find out. Oh, there they are, in the center. Oh, hello.
À tous les bâtiments. Concentrez le tir sur la cible.
That's in case he backs up. Blanket. Then for a world of pain.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Weapons spotted.
Getting too close to hydro range there.
Boost des moteurs désactivé.
And surely they've got hydro on. You would think. Dachi out. Yes. They should. So these guns, they also have a 10% chance of starting a fire, which is pretty crazy. So Shima Kagero dead. Dachi, I know, is practically dead. Like they're just running back to base. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Like battleships. What are you gonna do? Then up. And if I were to get killed by this Yudachi now, which I'm assuming he went back this way. He's one shot. I got him very low. I mean, this ideally, well, we'll see. You're going to see so many complaints from people like about destroyers and that they need nerfed and this and that. Is this is all these high tiers are going to be, and the problem with that is like, well, people have got to play something other than battleships. You got to learn how to play these other classes.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Concentrez le tir sur la cible désignée.
Iowa's most likely dead. Hey, how's it going, Ryan? Nice to see. Oh god, I should use this. Let me just use the reload booster on this hipper. Let's see what we can do. Should be fun. Hello. Oh my god. Oh dear lord.
Boost des moteurs activé.
Yeah. Shoot at me. Look at all this health I have. Did no damage. Derp derp doo.
Cuirassé ennemi détruit.
Oh my lord. Yeah, I'm telling you, like the Kleber, like you guys, I was told you, I was in my video. I said, "Who needs smoke when all that you will leave behind are the smoking holes of all the ships that you wreck?" And I said, I am being slightly hyperbolic there, but not really. 4 salvos to take out that hip, and that was one reload booster. And that's like, there's been a little bit of discussion on the CC Discord lately about, oh, they should nerf the Kleber's Torps to be like the Fantasks, but give it 2 main battery reload boosters. And if they were to do that, it's not that the ship itself is overpowered. It is that the players that it is going up against are bad. And that's the problem. They're putting these ships in bad players' hands. I'm not saying that Hipper player was bad. There was just nothing they could do there. The thing that happened was that all those battleships, all those legendary battleships on their team, those players were bad. And so the Hipper got put into a situation where they had to go back there. You had guys going out in a 2-man Shima division. The only thing that sinks faster than a double destroyer division is a triple destroyer division. That is just, if you're going out there to win, I get it. You know, you might want to just go out there and have fun and take out the 2 destroyers, fine, whatever. But if you want to go out there to win, you do not want to take out the same class. Like that Shima, or at least the same ship. A Shima Kaba combo, that's pretty good. The Shima can spot, the Kaba can use its guns. The Shima Kleber combo is ridiculous. But you need to have a cruiser. You need to have like a radar cruiser. If they had a radar cruiser there, did they have one? No. Right? Everybody's like, I'm playing battleships, or I'm playing these destroyers where the only thing that I know how to do is have low detectability. This guy just got boned because there's, overmatched by this. Okay, not these two, but these guys just going out and okay, well, I've got my concealment down to 4 kilometers, and I've got all these torpedoes, but I can't do anything else. You're in for a world of pain. Yeah, triple Fletcher. I mean, the whole thing with those too is because I don't understand how the Fletcher is the worst performing tier 7 because the Fletcher is my most played ship. I'll go out in it now. Like not my most played ship, but it's my most played destroyer until I get the Kleber back. But I've showed this like 2.5 million elite XP into this, and I play all the ships, but that is, I think, the highest that I have of anything. The only thing that might be close would be the Vlad, and it's at 2.4 million. But at least with a Fletcher, you're shooting guns. Like, the torpedoes can still be useful. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do it. Well, I'm in a game. Oh, well. The torpedoes can be useful for defense, but you've got these great guns, and so the trick with Fletcher is always be shooting. But if those guys are all going out in Shimas, yeah, all right, 30 torps. All right, see you later, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, hello. Jeffrey coming in hot. Get good. I love it. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate that. That's going to help pay off the $500 meal I ate last night. Oh, of course, now we get a carrier. What the hell we have over there? This 4. Okay, they've got 4 cruisers. This is a good lineup. I mean, 3 battleships. That's all right. But this should be a good game. This is a good distribution. You know, I think a lot of times you'd rather see 2 destroyers, 2 battleships, and 4 cruisers if you're going to have a carrier. But this could be interesting. Yeah, there's no quantifier for player skill or win rate. It's just they are looking at XP. And a couple weeks ago, I think it was None asked me if I knew if they looked at, I forgot, do they have any radar? Yes, 2. None asked me if they looked at AI matches at all, and I didn't know, but I asked, and Feligula informed me that no, they only look at whatchamacallit, PvP games. Doing a smoke here because I don't have enough targets in range. I have sonar on.
Smoke generator started.
Really? I'm the one who had this guy spotted? I need... Okay. So a little support from this Jean Bart would be great.
Smoke screen set.
Still trying to drop me.
Gegnerisches Kriegsschiff konzentrieren.
Their only destroyer is dead. Oh boy. Like, and this Scharnhorst is trying to tort me. I won't shoot all of you? Think I care?
Feuer auf gegnerische Flugzeug konzentrieren.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh, dang. I thought my torps might hit that guy.
À toutes les forces présentes, capturez cette zone. À tous les bâtiments, demande d'appui-feu.
Getting back to the AP here, boys. If he lives long enough. Is probably not going to be the case. Need to get about sub 6 kilometers for our AP to really have the good pin. Broadside. All right. We need to. These guys, there's. What do we have back here? Man. Alright, I guess it's up to me to cap. The hell is going on back here? That should be.
Smoke generator started.
Plate chief.
Problem solved, sir.
We're in the Hey, you know what? First storm or pair storm, I keep my chat off, so I didn't hear anything that you said anyway. So it's all good. Don't worry about it. Look, everybody gets frustrated in this game. I completely understand. People have bad days. You take it out on this. It's all good. You know, it doesn't bother me. And I think most of my friends in the real world would tell you that I am pretty. Let's just say I enjoy taking the piss out on people, and so if you're going to do that, you have to be able to take it back from people too. And so it's all good. Don't worry about it, man. And I didn't hear it anyway, so like I said. Well, you know what? You may have been right. I don't remember the game because since I have the game chat turned off, so I didn't hear what you said. But like, maybe whatever I was doing was stupid. There's a good possibility. Sometimes I am not playing to win. Sometimes I am just playing to have fun, and I know that can be frustrating when other people are playing for different motivations. So if they had training rooms, then it would be a lot easier for me to play for fun and not have to piss people off. Not to mention, I think that streams would be so much more fun because we could just do really enjoyable experiments. Like, I would love to do a training room right now of me taking out my super wooster and having 8 CVs on the other team and seeing what happens. All right. Well, God, our team is so far away. This Lexington, really, no need to be back that far away once we won that side. Oh, if I was in the Wooster, then I definitely deserved it. That thing is awful. I've been playing it a lot because I've been trying to. So the thing with the Wooster is, like, I've been trying to find a carrier game with this AA build that I have done for it, and when I do this whole carrier build for it, it makes it even less useful than it already is, and which is not that useful to begin with. Or if I had Shelly Beepley on there, man, without EOP, you really can't do much. There have been, and I'll tell you this much, there have been a few occasions, and this is why I don't do it anymore, where I would play this game a little inebriated, and I would say some pretty terrible things to people. Now, granted, that was before I was in the CC program, and part of being a CC is not being a jerk. Well, not being a dick, because you don't want to insult the player base, even though you see a lot of CCs do that, I feel. But you shouldn't, because even though you're not a wargaming employee, you do have a business partnership with them, and it reflects poorly upon them, yada, yada, yada. Though that could get into more complex issues, like what if they were to, well, like if you look over it on the PC side, right? No Zoop for You got kicked off because of some stuff that he said. Now, we haven't had anything like that happen over on our side that I know of, but you think about if this is my brand that I'm cultivating, if they do something with another CC that I disagree with, does that hurt my brand? I don't know. Fortunately, we haven't found out about that yet. Hope we don't. I mean, I definitely hope we don't. I flew in a straight line if this guy could get me with I've shot down 3 planes. Oh man, we've been going for 3 hours? I should wrap this up. We'll do one more after this, since I didn't announce anything. We'll try one more. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't follow it too much. What happened over there, I just saw, the videos that people post about it. And God, to me, I'm like, why would anybody, even if you are a CC, why would you even post a video about somebody else's business? Okay, he got kicked off, but I don't think like these other guys need to post videos about it. It's like, stop taking this thing too seriously. This is just a video game. Another Fletcher game? I don't know. Maybe. Kind of definitely a snoozer. I mean, I don't even have my hands on the controllers right now. That's how exciting this game is. I'm like just sitting here. Oh, wait. Well, Oh my god. Really? Yeah, we'll count in. I've been didn't really get too many people in stream, and I counted in for the majority of them. Really? Wow. That was a very good game by this Jean Bart, even though they were kind of doing the Jean Bart maneuver, sitting in the back there. This guy must have gotten nuked by our carrier, right? Yeah, looks like it. Not too many awards here either. We got a high caliber though. All right, let's do one more. I kind of want to take the Wooster out one more time. Just please give me a carrier. All right. This is going to be the last one, guys. At least for today. If I don't know if they're going to let it. I think these ships go back on Monday morning, like, or Sunday night, I should say. But if no, I've got actual work to do on Monday. I probably won't be able to do another stream with these. Unless I do one, I could maybe do a stream tomorrow afternoon, maybe. Oh right, doesn't T-Bull streams in the morning, I think, tomorrow. So maybe I could do a stream after him, or maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. Right, it's taken a while. It's a good sign. It's probably trying to be like, how can we get a 5v5 carrier game against this Wooster? Or maybe it's trying to, well, we'll see. Come on. When it takes that long, I feel like we got to have a good chance of having a carrier if you guys are queuing up. Ooh, let's see. Come on. At least we're ending on two brothers, too. I love this map. Where do we want to go? I don't know that I've got a lot of faith in these guys. Oh, Sinks, yeah, you're in here. Why aren't you in the carrier? It's the only rule. Trying to go over to this other island so we have a little bit of a crossfire. Reverse simulator that we're playing. If I can get out to this island, that gives that's a pretty decent one for if they should ever push up.
All stations reporting the position of
A's
strategic targets.
and a. I haven't been spotted yet, so I don't think the destroyer's over here. They would normally be pushing up here and sitting in a wall of skill. Yeah, there's no just.
Concentrate fire on that enemy warship.
Oh, that could have been bad. I also don't have the range on this one since it's my AA build, which kind of sucks. So what's probably happening is that the Shima's on the other side, and he's getting frustrated because he can't go up there because there's so many cruisers. Gonna turn around and go up the middle, I would guess. Rather work on him than it's Alaska. Little thing covered, and we should be okay. I mean, I definitely see Two Brothers a lot more now since they changed. What was that in the update before last when they gave every map an equal chance of appearance? What is going on over here? I mean, we still get hotspot a lot now. This guy, Turpitz, is going for it. Well, I'm gonna have to go support our guys. Not that I really want to. But these guys are all falling back. This side of theirs is pushing forward. On over here. Launchkov's gonna try and... Nope. Is that... I mean, we really should... This is looking like a loss right now. But really shouldn't be. No, we've got to have another... Oh, there's... What's that other cruiser up there? Is that the Embra? Going to do Embra maneuvers? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh. Yeah, we're going to push over on this side, Sinks. Just I'm going to let our Vlad and Yamato deal with these guys over here. Because these guys need support on this side. That Ochakov has not been able to get their destroyer. Or should be in my range pretty soon. Thinks, can you focus the Yamato? We got to get rid of this thing. He's almost dead. I will to rebuild. Yes. Okay. Oh.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. The ship is on fire.
This guy's. Yeah, got will to rebuild going. Okay. I gotta be careful that we don't get crossfired from their base. Need one broadside here. Oh, there we go. So, let's see. What do we? Who's left? Who's in here? Oh, Sinks, you are in here still. All right. Why did I think you were dead? And these are their GKs and Bismarck that are. Gami's. Oh, Vladivostok is full health. Like, I don't think you need a plane up, Vlad.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I mean, we should have a win here. Kind of see this big weakness of this thing, though, where it's kind of like got no. I can't really put out much DPM bow in like this. Roll with this dude if he wants to. Technically, everything out here I can bow tank. Technically. Oh man, and see, I would like some. This is when I wish I had team chat on, because if I knew where the Bismarck's guns were pointing, I'm assuming I can just make an assumption that he's not facing me, because he'd be. Okay. That Mogami's just been running around out there for the majority of the game. Like, he's just been wishing somebody would chase him so he could kite, but nobody did. Sinks, no! I'll avenge you with my 2 shells every 4 seconds. Hey! Finally!
Destroyed.
Nice work.
Oh, God.
Хорошая работа.
I'm glad this is the last game. Oh, couldn't find a carrier all game or all stream. That's sad. Sometimes I like to just cap when their guys are running away like that because I'm like, I don't want to chase you. I just want this over. All right. Well, we had some good games. We had some. How'd we do? I feel like we did pretty decent today. See. Who says you can't win playing solos? 14-0. No more complain. Oh, solos is hard. uh, oh wait, you know what I can show you guys? Actually, we don't have to get. I'm not going to play anymore. But what I will show you guys are these saved Kraken, since I'm not going to make a video of them. All right, so this one, no, that is not it. This one. All right, so here's the thing with this one. It's this is me, and I'll fast forward through these slower parts so we don't waste time watching this. But so I'm in a division in this game, and I'm in the Kleber. I've got a Yamato with me, and my other guys in the Shimakaze. And you know what you do, what I always do at the beginning is you pull up, you want to see what ships are on the other team, and also I always like to check and see if there's any names that I recognize. Well, on the other team are a very good player in their division. That's Cal King with Bravo Foxtrot, and I forget the last name. It begins with an X. Zutu, maybe, is that how you pronounce it? At any rate, they're in a division on the other team, and they're in a toxic division too. They're in the Gearing Kaba Yamato division. So when I recognize that there's a very good division on the other team, you kind of have to sit up a little bit straighter, right? And be like, okay, well, now let's pay attention and you know, because there's always bragging rights, right? But it's more that, okay, well, this is going to be a competent battle. So if we look at this, try the ship not spec for AA. I've got a video on it, not spec for AA, where you can see that I just put up. But so in this match, the first thing I want to know is, okay, well, what's going to spawn opposite here? Because if it's one of those guys in the division, then I know that we're going to have a very good battle here, and this is going that essentially the game is going to be decided down at A here. And probably both of these divisions are going to be playing somewhat conservatively, but also thinking, okay, I know what a normal person would do here, and so you start to overthink it. And this is why training rooms would be good, and clan modes, because you start to have strategies along with other players. So like normally in this situation, you can see on the mini map, I'd be going out where the Shima is, and we'd just be having a blast and then a wall of torps there. But I see Zatu's over there, so I know that Haikal and Bravo are over here too. And that means, okay, I've got to play a little bit differently. I'm also located, so they're probably pinging the map telling their teammates where I am. Though I'm also in front of the my friendly Yamato to kind of keep it confusing, like, is he here? Is he not here? And so we know that Bravo is probably going to be, I can't say for certain, but I'm guessing that's a Makarov build for the Kaaba, or the range build to be able to do some HE spamming from there. And Bravo's a very good player, like I said. No, yeah, this is just a replay. I'm showing this game where that because I'm not going to post it, but this is where we ran into a good players, and how you have to play differently when you recognize good players on the other team. So important here, when I went up that way, I'm hoping that they're pinging the map to encourage the Alaska to use radar, because I want him to burn his radar so we don't have to worry about it. I'll kind of skip here a little bit. So here comes the wall of torps, right? Our Odin must be running sonar, but this Odin is kind of like, well, I'm going in. And of course, I'm sitting in torps. I know Haikal is in the smoke there, but he also knows that we're going to be sending torps in there too. Plus, he'll be spotted by the Odin's hydro, so he's going to move out of the cap. So it's an interesting little dance that's going on here, because we know the Kaaba can't push, but I also can't shoot my guns right now, because if I get spotted, I know that I'm going to be target number one. I'm going to be the priority target. So we're kind of just doing this long dance here. All right, now I'm going to get on the cap to make them think that I'm capping it. And because this Alaska's not in a division with them, okay, well, we lost our Odin. But now to balance this out, we need to make sure that they lose their Alaska, because that's their radar, that's their sonar. If we can get rid of that, then we're in a much better position to be able to do something here. And my division mate in the Yamato, he's just tanking damage right now. He can't really do anything. You'll see that he is shooting at Bravo or whoever when he can, but he can't really push forward because we know there's a lot of torps over there. So we kind of balance this out now. And my Shima can now push up there. And I'm thinking, okay, well, do I want to go up this side? Probably not, because we can see that they have another battleship coming over here. So now we're looking at a 4-on-3, and our Shima is not a gunboat. And while I have good guns, I'm definitely not, I can't take on a Kaaba and a Gearing at the same time. So I'm using the land here because I'm expecting torps to be coming from that direction where, we know what their team is. But what happens here that's pretty nice is Haikal gets spotted, and that's going to let me get off 2 salvos from this, which, as you know, this hits pretty hard. So that's about 1/3 of his health right there. Might as well fire at that point because I used my reload booster. And just go ahead and drop spot, and here come these torps. So at this point, it's one of those, okay, do I need to go around behind? But I know that Zatu's going to be told, okay, clearly I'm coming around from behind here because I'm going to get spotted when I turn around. And when I do that, they push forward, because I'm spotted over here, and they're going to catch our Shima, which is not good. Because now there's those two gunboats have caught our Shima spotted. Now that's a little bit of our Shima being out of position. But, you know, that's going to happen. And right there was the big play. Our Yamato, my division mate right there, one shot a Vanguard that was out behind us. So there's now nothing to stop our team from getting up here, which was important. Because they were being held back by that. So at this point, I'm kind of just filling this area with torpedoes. And now, you know, we've used this island to be able to keep everybody separated. Don't have to worry about Bravo spotting me because in Akaba, you're not going to have enough detection, right? But I still am a little bit leery to start shooting my guns here because a gearing at range will out DPM me, especially if multiple people are shooting at me, and there's a very good chance that I will be targeted. So at this point, I asked my division mate right over there in the Yamato, I said, "Are you located?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that means that high cal in the gearing is coming up behind you." So that's why I'm rushing back this way, because I'm expecting the gearing to come around behind him and torp him. And it ends up being that that's exactly what was going to happen. As we're going to see, I think it's right here. And you just see, like, how hard these guns hit. Like, that's, I mean, 5,000 damage, that's a quarter of his health. But he's already dropped his torps. I don't know that yet, so I'm doing a maneuver. But we saw the torps go past our friendly Yamato, and at this point it's just cleanup, right? So we get to take advantage of the speed boost here. And you can see I've also got give me speed on, and that gives you an additional 10% of speed. So I think at one point here I hit 58 or 59 knots. And that's just, even though as soon as I get on this cap, like, Zatu probably knows I'm coming around behind them to torp them, but can the guns turn fast enough? I don't know. Yeah, not much you're going to be able to do here when I'm zipping by at 59 knots. Those turrets just can't turn fast enough, so he's got to turn the ship, and that's going to turn into my wall of skill there. Does get a shot off, but I get lucky here. I go over the top, and then all that happens next is that I'm like, oh, I've got four ships sunk so far. Might as well go for this, because I'm the only ship out here that's going to be able to catch up with that Kaba. And Bravo shoots. I can't blame him. Trying to get a little bit more damage, but at that point, that's all she wrote. And we're gonna get the 5th kill here. He's trying to disengage, but I get a nice shot off here. And there you go. One mas. And so this is actually only a 3rd place Kraken in this, which is, I mean, nothing. But it was fun because it was like, oh, there's skilled division on the other team, and you have to play it a little bit differently. And I think essentially both divisions were at the top of each side, which was, you know, kind of to be expected. Yeah. So, and in fact, if you look at Bravo, if they had won, he would have had a 3,000 XP game. So that's better than any of us over there. But we just managed to hold on long enough. I could show you this one too. One's so I'm pre-torping this area to the left because we know that destroyers love to go through there. But what I'm not used to is how fast these torps are. So I think I actually sent them too early. I should have held on to them a little bit longer because we're going to come through here and get spotted by this Shima. Which, of course, this has amazing guns. That's a third of their health. And I've positioned myself in this location because the way I was facing originally, in case there's a wall of Shima Torps, we kind of showed earlier in a match how you don't want to catch you don't want to catch Shima Torp broadside in this. Head on is better. And we managed to push this Shima forward. Now their Shima's in trouble because they've overcommitted and they're going to be caught within the range of guaranteed acquisition. So I'm just going to flood this area with my Torps. And a nice thing's going to happen here where the Shima backs up far enough that I'm going to hit their engine and disable it. So now I know that Shima's dead because they can't do anything. So we're going to get the Shima here. And I was really hoping to get a double strike there, but we don't get the double strike. But I do end up sinking this Groza Kurfürst with that errant torpedo out on the left. And I got a fire there. So now we've taken out the only destroyer threat on their team. Finished that Groza Kurfürst. And kind of like in that game where we played earlier, once we took out the Z-23, it's like, well, now you get to do whatever you want. You've done your one job. You've took out the biggest destroyer threat. You've capped. I mean, spotting, you don't really have to worry about too much because it's all just battleships out here. So, you know, there's still this radar, which is this Alaska. So I'm going to try and get the Alaska. But I don't think I actually end up hitting them with any Torps. It looked like I was going to here, but I think one of my teammates hits them quite hard. And they get pretty low on health. And at this point, I'm kind of like, well, I might as well just start shooting anyway, because there is a 10% chance of fire with these guns. So even though the reload's a little bit longer, they're incredibly accurate. They hit pretty dang hard, as you saw me shred that hipper earlier, and I was feeling pretty good. I was at 2 ships sunk here, so I was kind of like, look, I'm full health. Even if this Alaska hit me, I should still have, you know, a little bit over half my health left. And so let's get a little bit dumb here. Which honestly, I'm kind of surprised that this Alaska didn't have their guns facing this way. That's where they got hit pretty hard. And so I'm really just going to yoink this one with HE. Gonna come around this side and finish them off. The Lenin wisely shoots at me, like recognizing, okay, this is the threat, but you know, they're honestly, their team is screwed at this point. There's not much they can do. Even if you have a Lenin, there's still a Yamato on the other side. And so my plan here is I was like, all right, I'm going to torp this Lenin and this Vanguard. This Vanguard, which is disconnect. Actually, they're not disconnected because they get XP. I think they must have just put their controller down. Now, did they put their controller down because they saw that I was coming for them? I don't know. Probably not. But, you know, could have been something came up in live. I didn't realize they were gone yet. But you're going to see that I zoom in and I see where their guns are facing. And I'm like, okay, this person is not here. So we'll just sit in 2 sets of torps because I'm thinking that should be enough. And then I will get my other 2 sets on this Lenin and we'll do an amazing double strike. However, fortunately, I have a moment of, well, maybe I should throw in just one more to be certain. And that's also good because that Lenin is obviously not going to last much longer. I am not going to be able to get that. I'm thinking, okay, well, this is looking good so long as my teammates don't yoink this. And you will see that they try. And I'm like, oh, yeah, secondaries are firing. So, yeah, this person was still connected, but not at their controller. Got lucky there. And, of course, now it's like, now it's okay, well, this is a done deal because look at where my team is. They're all behind me. and I'm in the fastest ship in the game. So this guy can't run. And I think we can all guess what's going to happen here. I've got full health, so it's not like we have much to worry about. You know, he's going to, if he has HE loaded, I shouldn't detonate, or shouldn't. And, you know what? I'm probably going to lose about half my health. Just doesn't have, the HE on the Roma is not strong enough to, yeah, he got about a quarter of my health there. So drop the torps off of one side.
Problème résolu, chef.
And then just go around and it's over there. But give them a toot, not that they can hear it. But that was enough. Yeah, so two Krakens in the two more Krakens in the Climair that I won't show you guys, but at least you saw it here. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap up the stream, guys. We went 14-0 today, so you know, not too bad. Thanks for everybody coming around. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the credits. I'll be in chat for the next couple minutes while the credits roll. But again, we might do this tomorrow, probably not, but I'll try and get in again next weekend as well. Thanks for coming by, folks.